Meanwhile, Logan 4-2. Those two losses, one was to the Scott Skyhawks, who are number 2 in Class AA, and the other one, a loss at Pikeville, Kentucky, 3-2, a team that they defeated 11-1 just last Monday.
Yeah, man, only coming in here with 2 games under their belt, but they got able to get the job done. They're 2-0 on the year, and they're hoping to go 3-0 with a very experienced senior core in this lineup for the Lady Hillbillies. And the one player you got to look forward to for man is the one we've been talking about, Morgan Cooper. She is the headliner for the Man High Hillbillies. She will be, if I'm getting the rosters down right now, I think she will be on the pitching circle for the Man Lady Pioneers. And on the opposite side, Logan's coming in with a new head coach, Levi Curry, taking over from Jason Davis, who's been at the helm for many years of Logan. He's been on the staff either as an assistant or a head coach, and now you got Levi Curry coming in here with a very experienced ball club with a couple of freshmen. And Bill, not to mention, but I think this was the same senior class that won 8th grade softball when they were in the Logan Middle School rankings. As this senior class for Logan High was very well-round balanced in middle school in their 8th grade year, and this is a team that comes in 4-2. They have quality wins over Pikeville, and then they have a win last night against the Wayne Pioneers, the Lady Pioneers. But then the 2 losses are to the sectional champion, 2-time defending sectional champion, the Scott Skyhawks, Lady Skyhawks, who is their goal is to get back to the region against whoever regional foe, and they lost to the Pikeville Lady Panthers team that came down here to Logan, and Logan 10-run ruled them and actually smacked it to them. Went to Pikeville, suffered a 3-2 loss. So Logan's looking to get back on the right track with a 4-2 record, and man, looking to get their 3rd win of the year and go 3-0 on this young softball season.
Yeah, Hillbillies coming in 2-0 winners over Mingo Central, 12-0. Morgan Cooper with a no-hitter in that contest. And in our last outing on Thursday at Sherman, a sectional rival, the Hillbillies come away with a 6-1 win in 9 innings. Morgan Cooper in that contest struck out 20 batters in 9 innings, gave up just 1 hit. It was a home run, and man was able to scratch across a run in the 7th inning and force extra innings, where they put together 5 across the board. In the 9th inning, Cooper went out and shut down the Tide. In the 9th inning, man prevailed 6-1 in 9 innings. Daniel mentioned about Logan being 4-2. They opened up with a 8-5 win over Sissonville. That was on March 16th. Then they followed that up with a pair of victories against Pikeville, Kentucky, 11-1, a game that was 1-1 going into the 5th inning. And the Lady Wildcats exploded for 10 runs in the 5th inning to stop that game short of the mercy rule, 5 innings in that contest there. Then they defeated Polka 9-1. Again, that game was stopped after 5 innings, an 8-run rule in high school softball. Then a little bit of a bump in the road for the Lady Wildcats. They went on the road on March 22nd and took on the Lady Skyhawks. And Logan held tough in that game, but it was Scott coming away with the 4-1 win. And this past Saturday, the Lady Wildcats dropped a 3-2 decision to the Lady Panthers of Pikeville. Pikeville scored the winning run on a wild pitch in the bottom of the 7th inning to come away with a 3-2 win. And then, as he mentioned last night, the Lady Wildcats victorious over the Lady Pioneers of Wayne, 14-4. So 2-0 man, number 6 in Class Single A, 4-2 Logan, number 6 in Class AA. And you know, if both these teams are going to be successful come May and make a run at the state tournament and make a run in their sectional tournament to get to the regional tournament and have a shot to get to the state tournament, it's got to start in a circle. And for man, as we mentioned, it starts with Morgan Cooper.
Yeah, it starts with Morgan Cooper. She's been the leader for the Lady Hillbillies. Excuse me, I was thinking about Man Middle School, but the Lady Pioneers. I mean, I did again, Lady Hillbillies of Man High Hillbillies. She's led the team throughout her career. It's a shame that she didn't get a true freshman season as COVID wiped out her true freshman season, and who knows what would have happened that year. Maybe she would have broke some records in 4 years being for from the top to the bottom, you got Kylie Blevins, the designated hitter, hitting for is going to lead off, and she's a deadly, dangerous bat. And you got Kinley Klein, followed up by Morgan Cooper and Jacqueline Barnett. So you got some heavy hitters for the Man-Lady Hillbillies that's going to try to do some damage early, get on the base paths early, get the runs in scoring position, and drive them in. And Logan, they're 4-2 on the record, but they know how to advantage home court, and they do a good job with defending home turf field. So if Logan can keep Man's bats at bay, get them down 1, 2, and 3 in order, this is going to be a long, struggling day for Man. But for Man, you got to get the bats hot, and you got to make sure they stay hot, because you can't let Logan get any chance of grabbing the momentum, because when Logan grabs momentum, they tend to hold on to it for majority of the game. So you got to come in right away, get the bats ablazing, and going in there and produce runs to basically blow open this contest for both Logan and Man. But that was the key for Man. Now for Logan's key, you got to make sure you shut down the bats of Man. They're powerful. They're led by Morgan Cooper, who's in the cleanup spot, batting third. So you got to be able to shut down the top of the lineup and keep mowing. And from looking at Logan, they're going to be led on the mound or in the circle by Shay Conley. She's going to have to come in and shut down the Man's bulk of the lineup right away. And if she can do that, Logan's going to get out of here with even though Man's in single A, Logan is double A. With Man's past history of making it to the regionals, this would consider be an upset for the Lady Wildcats of Logan to beat Man here at home.
It'd definitely be one of them signature wins that the Lady Wildcats would like to get on their record and help the sectional seeding when it comes down for the votes to be counted before the sectional tournaments begin in May. And Man, on the other side, it's a game that if they lose, it doesn't really hurt them in the sectional seeding as long as they win the games that the teams in their section. And tomorrow they have Buffalo Putnam, a team that's in their section. They already have a win over Sherman. So right now the most important thing for Man is to get the wins over those sectional opponents, but get the win over a Class AA opponent in Logan, who's number 6 in Class AA in the Metro News, West Virginia Metro News High School Softball Coaches Poll. That would go a long way in improving the seeding. And then, as you mentioned, Logan would go to 5-2 with a win here over Man and would get in the conversation of being one of the top 2 teams in the section. Of course, they still have a game coming up with the Chattanooga Lady Tigers, another team in their section. They've already defeated Wayne. They have a couple games of Mingo Central coming up, and they have that return matchup next week with the Lady Skyhawks of Scott. They'll be coming here next Tuesday, I believe, to beat Orr Field.
Yeah, they're going to be coming here. Logan's looking for those matchups, especially in their section, because Logan, Scott, and Chattanooga are usually the top 3 in the sectional play. With Wayne and Mingo Central, they're sneaky teams. You can't really sleep on them and anyone in this section, but the standard bearer in this section is Scott Lady Skyhawks, and then Chapmanville, who has made it to the tournament, has won state titles in softball recently until Herbert Hoover's dynasty came in and has now run AA softball. So Logan just looking to try to maintain pace in the sectional standings, make sure they get to where they need to be in the sectional time, and getting wins over these sectional foes. And a win here, Man, even though they're not in their section, would be a key momentum building block going into the sectionals. And if Logan can able to get out of the region, it could help their regional seed as beating a top 10 team and the Man Hillbillies.
Good points made there. And, for this, Logan team, you mentioned first year coach, and he'd like nothing more than to get that signature win on his resume with Coach Curry. It's not going to come easy, as we mentioned. These games tend to have a 2-1, 1-0 feel. These games have been known to go 10 and 11 innings at times, and today should be nothing short of that.
No, it should be nothing short of that. Levi Curry coming in, he's had the expectations. He's had expectation high for the softball team, and he knows what they're capable of, and he knows what they can bring in and bring out for the team as they're coming out on the field. So he's got expectations high for Logan, and he's looking to keep it up going into the season. And a big start, even though he got a signature win on the year for Logan, would be the Pikeville Lady Panthers out in Kentucky. That's usually dominant in their region, but a win here against the in-state and county rival and top 10 team, and man, would should do Levi Curry into feeling good about his team moving forward in the rest of the season.
Well, what we're going to do while Logan takes a quick round the infield, I believe we're hold up, we're waiting for an umpire. I've seen one umpire. I'm not for sure if the second one is here. So what we're going to do, we're going to step aside for a quick 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll dive into the rankings of softball, and we'll look ahead to some baseball action that's going on today. You're listening to Logan High School Softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to B. Orr Field on the campus of Logan High School, Logan, West Virginia. High school softball action, the season debut of high school softball on WVOW between the Lady Hillbillies of Man High School, ranked number 6 in Class Single A, and the homestanding Logan Lady Wildcats, 6th ranked team in Class Double A. Bill Lusk, Daniel Miller alongside with us. And Daniel, we've talked a little bit about this rivalry in general, but in general, the entire Logan County, Logan, Man, Chapmanville, always seems to be exciting this time of the year, and especially come tournament time.
Yeah, they're always exciting because it's the sports are very, very well documented. We're very well passionate down here in the Logan area and hillbilly country in the Tiger County. You got all the sports around here. Their fans are into it. They're into it for baseball and softball. They want to see these teams be successful going into tournament times. It's only a shame that we can't get all 3 teams into the tournament. We can only get a majority of 2 as Logan and Chapmanville's in the same section. But back in the day when Logan was AAA, there was times that all 3 teams, I remember one time, I might be wrong on this one, but I've never really followed softball that much. I've had friends who played softball when I was growing up in high school, but they said at one time Chapmanville, Logan, and Man all made the softball tournament at the same time. I don't know if that's 100% true or not, but that just tells you how very well balanced and well experienced the softball and baseball is here in Logan County, and it's all have to do to the fan base. They start them up when they're young girls and boys, bringing them up into the rankings through Coalfield leagues, middle school rankings, and then now into the high school rankings. And I know a lot of county girls. Logan County has sent a lot of players to go on to the next level in college and play baseball and softball. And we know one thing for man, they're led by their senior Morgan Cooper. She is going to be committed and playing softball at the University of Radford, along with Logan High standout Dawson Maynard. So Radford's getting two big key players coming out of the Logan area, and they're very well respectable young men and women, and they're getting a great one right down. And we're going to. It's just exciting time, and it all starts with the growth of youth sports here in Logan.
Well, we got both teams in their respective dugouts. Looks like we're just about ready for high school softball here. And Daniel, you look at the rankings here. We'll start AAA, and the thing that really stood out to me in AAA, Spring Valley's number 1, Lincoln County's number 2, Cabell Midland's number 3. The impressive thing about that is that's all one section.
That is one section. You talk about Murder's Row in section. That is the most deadliest section you can think of. And whoever gets out of that, they deserves all the props in the world. I mean, that is just right there is just hard to win itself. You just think, hey, instead of just trying to coast through and win a sectional, we might just be lucky to win one game in that section. So that section is just Murder's Row, and then the other side of the region, it ain't easier with that one because you got talented teams on the other sides. I'm thinking like Hurricane Redskins is on the other side. They're usually good. Ripley Vikings, Lady Vikings is usually competitive. A Parkersburg South Lady Patriots is usually competitive. So with that section, that's just if you survive, congratulations, really, because you're going to be needing your best day in and day out of that section.
Rest of the Class AAA poll: George Washington 4, St. Albans 5, 6 through 10, John Marshall, Jefferson, Parkersburg South, Greenbrier East, and Lady Mohegans, Morgantown. Class AA, top of the rankings, number 1, Winfield, a 6-0 record. Scott at number 2. That a potential regional championship matchup. And you have the Independence Patriots at number 4. They're off to a great start. Rome County 4, the Red Riders are at 5. Logan at 6. So Scott and Logan, 2 teams from the same section. Shady Spring at 7. Lincoln 8. Herbert Hoover, the 4-time reigning Class AA state champions, coming in at number 9 with a 1-2 record. But I guarantee you, they're going to be in the mix of things come May when we get to Little Creek Park out at South Charleston. Those teams, those girls will be ready. And number 10, Kaiser.
Yeah, and you look at the rankings for Class AA. Look at Herbert Hoover, the 4-time defending champion. A team that's not in the 2 teams are actually not, or 3 teams really not ranked in their not receiving. They're receiving votes, but they're not ranked, and that is Robert C. Byrd, Phillip Barber, and Lewis County. They are all in Herbert Hoover's region, and that is a potential spoiler for the Herbert Hoover Lady Huskies, who it looks like when that team you think, okay, they won it 4 years in a row. That's a great senior class. No, they just reload. They just reload wherever they go, and it just doesn't get any easier for Herbert Hoover. They suffered a tough loss to number 1 Winfield, and that is a team that's usually dominant, always had a dominant softball program in West Virginia, so that's a very tough one right there. And looking at the rest of the rankings, I don't see Chapmanville anywhere in that rankings, but you can never count out Chapmanville. They always have a great program down there in Chapmanville that always competes and usually gets as far as sectional championships and regionals.
Very quickly, Class Single A, Wahama number 1, Petersburg 2, Greenbrier West, Gilmer County, Moorfield, man number 6. So we're going to step aside for a quick 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get ready for first pitch. This is Logan High School Softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Orr Field on the campus of Logan High School for Logan High School softball. Lady Hillbillies of Man High School taking on the Lady Wildcats of Logan in this first edition of the Logan County Rivalry 2023 edition, I should say, as both teams have completed their warm-ups. Logan is out on the field going through their last-minute warm-ups. So let's set the starting lineups for both teams, starting with the visitors, Man High School Hillbillies. Leading off will be Kylie Blevins, the designated player for the Hillbillies. She will be hitting for Kylie Hicks in the flex position. Hicks will be playing left field. Batting second is Kinley Klein, the second baseman. Morgan Cooper, the pitcher, will hit third. Jacqueline Barnett plays third base and hits fourth. Maddie Carroll, the shortstop, bats fifth. Peyton Lusk will be at first base and hits sixth. Melanie Roselle will be in right field and hits seventh. Trista Markham plays center field and bats eighth. And catching for the Man High School Hillbillies, Zoe Jackson. Again, that lineup for the Hillbillies: Blevins, Klein, Cooper, Barnett, Carroll, Lusk, Roselle, Markham, and Jackson. The lineup for the Man High School Lady Hillbillies, and they will go up against Shay Conley, who will be in the circle for the Lady Wildcats. Defensively, for Lady Wildcats, the defense will look like this: Harley Quick in left field, Taylor No in center field, Ashlyn Brumfield in right. Correction, that should be, yes, Addison Brumfield, excuse me. Addison Brumfield's in right. Ashlyn Brumfield will play third base. So, already, Daniel, you can see why there's a little bit of confusion there with the two, the names. The names, both of them, Brumfields. Addison Brumfield in right. Ashlyn Brumfield at third. Lacey Curry, shortstop. McKenna Uten at second base. Isabella Prost Isabella Prost at first base, and the battery for the Logan Lady Wildcats behind the plate, Emily Mullins, and on the mound, Shay Conley.
Yeah, we got, I was already messing up. I was writing down A. Brumfield. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going to have to fix that because there's two Brumfields on the team. So I got that mixed up. So there could be confusion. And again, we had a late start here with the umpires. They're getting set, ready, talking over with the both coaches.
Brumfield is playing third base, batting ninth. If you're not paying attention to the numbers on your roster sheet, you could easily see why one would think that Ashlyn Brumfield was in right field. But other than that, we're just about ready for softball here as the coaches are going over the ground rules. Coach Randy Eppley for the Man High School Hillbillies. He's been at this many years, been to many state tournaments. He's won 2 state championships, looking to get back and win a third. Man High School in all has won 3 softball state championships. They won the very first state championship for Logan County back in 1983.
Yeah, man's prestigious history with softball is always at its best, and they can continue to grow because you look at the young athletes coming up, they're going to be right back to where they are every year, and especially led by Coach Randy Epplin. And then look on the opposite side for Logan, they got some young talented girls coming up. I know they had a couple girls, the first ever Little League softball tournament. Logan girls ended up winning and ended up going to, I think it was Georgia or Florida. I can't remember where they went, but they went down there and they were almost pulled out the I guess regional championship down there. So both programs are very well known for softball, especially coming up with the into the rankings going to the middle school and high school. So these two programs are not going to fall off anytime soon, and it would be the icing on the cake to take home a state championship, whether you're Logan or Man, this season.
Well, you mentioned that that Little League softball team from Logan that went down to I'm wanting to say it was North Carolina. It may well been. It might have been Georgia, considering that's where the 11 and 12-year-old baseball tournament is taking place down in Warren Robins, Georgia, southeast Southeastern Regional. Logan went down there, had a very good showing, and came up just short. They lost to a team out of Virginia, and I think went on to the Little League Softball World Series, and they had an impressive showing of their own, and was able to compete and win a couple of games down there, I believe. But you mentioned it. And then last year, the Logan Middle School Timberwolves softball program got to the championship game, and I'm not quite for sure. I'm wanting to say they came away with the win, but they had a good showing, and some of them girls have moved up to the rankings, and now we've got a little bit of a delay as they have to reach off the batter's box.
Yeah, it looks like one line of the batter's box chalk is too close to home plate, so they're going to have to redo it. I'm not sure if they won it again. If they won it last year in middle school, I can't really remember. I know the middle school baseball team finished runner-up to a very powerful Ripley team. Didn't really follow Logan Middle School softball, but I know they're always competing down there, and they're always going to be a tough outing for every. Oh, they did win it. They won their conference. Okay, so yeah, they did win it, and but even whether they win or lose, they're always there, and they're always going to compete. And they got a very strong program down at Logan Middle School, and it's not going off anytime soon.
Well, it's one of these. You look down at Heron Fields, it's just things that can be laid. One of those. I don't know what to really say. One of those rules in the rule book about the batter's box being so close to home plate. It happens from time to time, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's why I'm up here. That's why I'm calling the games. I don't work on the fields because I know I'd mess it up. So the best to keep me far away from it. So it looks like what they're going to have to do, they're going to actually redo the batter's box. They're actually going to looks like wipe away some of the chalk, and then they're going to re-chalk it, and so we can get started with this ball game. Again, late start. I guess. Well, we had a late start with the umpire. Now we got a late start with the chalk.
We were scheduled for a 5:30 start. I think we had a little bit of delay in one of the umpires getting here, and now with the batter's box. But Daniel, while we got this time, let's look ahead to a game that'll be going on just across from us later on here tonight, 7 o'clock. A big battle between Cardinal Conference battle between Logan and Winfield. Logan, number 1 in the state, coming off their first loss of the season at Sissonville last night. Sissonville, their first win of the year, 1-3 now on the year. It may have been a result that surprised some people, but when you look at the schedule that Sissonville played and you look at their box scores, that's a team that knows how to score some runs in the 7th inning. And if you're not ahead of them comfortably, they're never out of that ball game, as they proved last night against Logan. And Logan, you mentioned it, bottom of the lineup didn't necessarily come through for the Wildcats, and you need all 9 players in your lineup producing, and it kind of overshadowed a outstanding outing by Ivan Miller on the mound. The freshman went 5 2/3 of an inning last night, and he gave up 2 runs, I believe it was. But unfortunately, he came away with no decision. Logan was handed their first loss of the season last night.
Yeah, and honestly, going back to last night when we were covering Man in Belfry, it looks like Logan was coming in here. I mean, this is the 2-time defending state champions. In Sissonville, they lost a lot of key players from last season, but they still returned some of the key players with the Simonton brothers coming back, and then they've got their catcher coming back, and they got their second baseman back. So there's a lot of teams that returned for Sissonville that really just they out-hit Logan, and that's something you don't see a lot. Logan got out-hit by Sissonville, and it came up clutch. Ivan Miller had a spectacular performance on the mound as a freshman. Just it was overshadowed just by like what you mentioned. The bottom half didn't really come through, and it's not a knock on those guys, but you look at those guys, starting with Drew Berry, a new face into Logan High program. He hasn't been around Logan. This is his first year with Logan, and it's always tough coming in with players that's been here like Connor Rowe, Dawson Maynard, Garrett Weems, and Aiden Slag, Jake Ramey, and all of them, just to name a few. And then you got Cole Blankenship taking over at shortstop spot for Carson Kirk, and Drew Berry's in for Corbin Bostic in the outfield, and Jaron Glick. Everybody knows Jaron Glick's story where he missed his entire true senior season with a illness of cancer, and he's back to get a redo on his senior year, and he's not actually back at 100% on the baseball where he hasn't played in almost 2 years. So a lot of them, they have to really adjust to get back to where they need to be, but this is only the start of the season. Maybe this is the wake-up call that Logan baseball needed to get humbled by Sissonville, and maybe they'll use that as motivation going into the rest of this season, as they got a tough one across the field from us with Winfield. Right now the JV is playing, but the varsity was getting ready to come up, and then they got some tough schedules coming down with Scott and Man on their schedule, along with I can't remember who the other one is for Logan. It's escaping my mind, but you got all those things. So Logan will be back as we're ready for softball.
Yeah, first pitch on its way to Kylie Blevins from Shay Conley. It swung on and fouled off the netting along first base side. 0-1 to count to the right-handed hitting Kylie Blevins, a freshman on for the Man High School Lady Hillbillies. She is the daughter of Man High School boys basketball coach TJ Blevins.
I was about to say, that Blevins name sounds familiar with Man.
First pitch, or second, the 0-1 offering up high for a ball, 1-1 to count. Also, Chapmanville will host Scott tonight in baseball. Man hosting Sherman. Chapmanville got back on the winning track last night, 6-4 at Polka last night, and 1-1 offering inside, 2-1 now the count. Man, who dropped a 7-4 decision to Belfry last night, is home to sectional rival Sherman. 2-1 pitch from Conley to Blevins on the way, and it's hit back up the middle off the glove of Conley into the shortstop Lacey Curry. Curry will fire it over the first in time to get Blevins for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, good start for Logan. Like what I said, you got to keep the hot bats off of Man in check. You don't want him to get going, and especially at this top of the lineup. And Logan did a good job. There was a little bit of a bobble there by the shortstop for Logan Curry, but she was able to corral it, throw over to first, and get that first out.
Now Kinley Klein, the batter for the Lady Billies, and she swings at the first pitch and hits it off the leg of Shay Conley, and it will ricochet into right field for a single. So one out single for Kinley Klein, the granddaughter of Man High School softball coach Randy Epperly.
Yeah, there's Gavin Klein, the nephew, the grandson, and now the granddaughter. I mean, family ties don't fall far away, as now here comes the dangerous Morgan Cooper up the bat for Man.
Left-handed hitting Cooper with a runner on first. Look to give herself a little bit of a cushion before she can go out to the mound. Takes a ball high. 1-0 to count. Cooper, a very dangerous batter. She has potential to knock one over the fence and give Man a 2-0 lead early. And that pitch outside for a ball, 2-0. And right away, Daniel, you can see Conley staying away from Cooper.
Yeah, she's staying away from Cooper, not wanting to give her anything right down the middle. She's trying to get her to chase and see if she can keep going in this direction.
2-0 on its way, up high for a ball, 3-0. And we'll see if Coach Randy Epperly will give Cooper the green light if she gets a pitch in the zone that she can drive. 3-0 the count. We're just underway here, top of the first inning. Man with a runner on first base, 1 out. That pitch on the outside corner for a called strike, 3 balls, 1 strike the count to Morgan Cooper. Kinley Klein, the runner on first. She had a 1 out single off the left leg of Shay Conley. 3-1 on its way, and pitch is in there in the zone, right at the letters. 3-2 the count.
That pitch was just a little bit high, but the umpire says it's strike. It was right, like you said, right at the letters. Now let's see if Shay Conley can do something that's hardly ever been done in her career, strike out Morgan Cooper.
3-2 offering on the way from Conley to Cooper. Here it comes, and it's on the outside for a ball. And Man has a pair of base runners early in this contest, and the batter will be the third baseman, Jacqueline Barnett.
Jacqueline Barnett's going to step in with 2 runners on to see if she can get a base hit here and drive home Klein from second to give Man that early 1-0 lead and steal the early momentum into this game for the Lady Hillbillies against this Logan Lady Wildcat Ball Club.
Barnett, another hitter that has home run power for the Billies. She did hit a couple last year. Swings at that first pitch out of the zone. 0-1 to count to Barnett on a pitch low and away.
Yeah, she swung at that one, missed it, and now see if Shay Conley can get that strike 2 and 3, and get that second out with get in this jam with 2 runners on.
That pitch swung on and fouled off the third base dugout. Count runs to 0-2 now to the right-hand hitting third baseman Jacqueline Barnett.
Right now, Morgan, she's trying to just settle in, knowing what can I pitch to her? What is her tendencies? Does she likes the inside? Does she likes the high, fast ones? Just trying to study the batter and get to where she can get this out. And she's got an 0-2 count on Barnett. See if she can finish the job here.
Pitch on its way, swung on and missed. And that's strikeout number 1, out number 2 in the top half of the first inning for the Man High School Lady Hillbillies. And that brings up the shortstop, Maddie Carroll.
Maddie Carroll's going to step in, giving her the opportunity with 2 outs. Man's probably going to run on contact to try to get ahead and score for the Lady Billies.
Carroll takes a pitch outside for a ball, 1-0 the count to the left-handed hitting shortstop. As Conley 1 out away from working out of a mini jam here in the top of the first inning. Runners on first and second. Pitch on its way in the dirt and away. 2-0 now the count to Maddie Carroll.
Yeah, Maddie Carroll with a 2-0 count, trying to see what she can do to get this move these runners over for the Hillbillies.
Pitch on its way inside and count runs to 3-0 now. As I'd have to imagine Coach Randy Epperly will give her the take sign as Conley struggling to find the zone here against the left-handed hitting Carroll, much like she did against Cooper. And Cooper's at bat. Pitch on its way, swung on, and a chopper hit the short. There's Curry on the first to retire Carroll and retire the Hillbillies in the first inning. Man gets no runs. They get a hit, leave 2 runners on base. Half inning in the books from B.R. Field. Logan, West Virginia, Hillbilly 0, Lady Wildcats coming to bat. This is Logan High School Softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to Beor Field on the campus of Logan High School for Logan High School softball. Bottom of the first we move, and Taylor No, the leadoff hitter, center fielder for the Lady Wildcats, swings at the first pitch, comes up empty, and next pitch she squares around the bunt, pulls it back, and takes a ball inside. 1-1 the count. No score here. Second pitch, a slap attempt, no. Pops up behind the screen, home plate. It'll be Taylor No, center fielder, Lacey Curry, the shortstop, batting second, Harley Quick, left fielder, hitting third, Miley Aggins, the designated player for the flex position. That's Shay Conley, who's doing the pitching. 1-2 on its way. Swung on a miss. Strikeout number one for Cooper. Out number one for the Lady Wildcats in the bottom half of the first inning.
Well, right now, Morgan Cooper's coming out as advertisement. She's throwing those heaters and getting Logan to chase, and that's going to bring up now Lacey Curry, the shortstop for the Wildcats, see if she can get that first hit for this Lady Wildcats team.
Lacey Curry takes a pitch outside as it kicks off the glove. The catcher, Zoe Jackson, 1-0 the count. Isabel Probst will bat fifth, play first base. Emily Mullins, a catcher, hits sixth. Addison Brumfield in right field, hitting seventh. McKenna Uten, the second baseman, bats eighth. And Ashlyn Brumfield, the third baseman, bats ninth as Curry swings and misses on a changeup. 1-1 the count to the right-hand hitting shortstop, Lacey Curry. Cooper with the sign, set, pitch on its way, swung on a miss, and fastball down the zone. 1-2, now the count.
Right now, Logan batters are they're not able to time up Curry's fastball pitch, and if they can get this time, Logan could have a field day with Curry. They just got to work on their timing.
1-2 on its way, and a little change up in the dirt. Actually, maybe not much of a change up, probably more of an ephus pitch that Curry was able to lay off of. 2-2 now the count to Lacey Curry. In the outfield for the Hillbillies, Kaylee Hicks in left field, Trista Markham in center, Melanie Roselle in right. And pitch swung on and missed, out of the zone. Strikeout number 2 for Cooper.
Yes, strikeout number 4 for Cooper, and Logan's already down 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Harley Quick for the Lady Wildcats to try to get on base and get that first hit of this contest.
Quick, the left fielder for the Wildcats, swings, misses at first offering. 0-1 to count. Cooper with the ball back in the circle, ready to work quickly as she then steps off the rubber. Now gets back on the rubber after sweeping the dirt off. We'll set the infield for the Hillbillies after this pitch as that is swung on and fouled. 0-2 now the count to Quick. That third base for man is Jacqueline Barnett, shortstop Maddie Carroll, Kinley Klein at second base, Peyton Lusk at first, and the battery for the Hillbillies, Zoe Jackson behind the plate, and Morgan Cooper. In the circle, an 0-2 pitch is a called third strike at the letters. Cooper strikes out the side in the first inning. And we will move to the second inning. One inning in the books here from Beor Field. No score between Man and Logan. This is Logan High School softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to Beor Field. We move to the top of the second inning. No score between Man and Logan. Logan High School softball on WVOW. 2-1 the count to the batter, and that's Peyton Lusk. And Lusk will watch a pitch on the outside corner. 3-1 now the count. Peyton Lusk, the daughter of Chad Lusk, former All-State linebacker for the Man High School Hillbillies and All-State baseball as well, as Lusk will ground to third base, and there's Props with the put out, one away.
One away to Isabella Probst, and now that's going to bring up Roselle for the Man Lady Hillbillies, and see if she can get that get the second hit for the Lady Hillbillies and get onto the base and get momentum going towards the man. As right now, this is a pitcher's duel between Curry and Cooper.
Melanie Roselle, the right fielder, steps in, takes a called strike from Conley. 0-1 to count to the left-handed hitting right fielder. Roselle in the box. Conley in the circle, now on the rubber. She has the sign from her catcher, and the 0-1 on its way is in the dirt. 1-1 to count.
1-1 to count. That pitch was just a little bit low, but you can see Roselle, she was wanting, she thought about it, but she didn't really do much hesitation. But now it's an 1-1 count. Let's see if she can get her chasing on a fastball right here.
1-1 on its way, outside corner for a called strike. 1-2 the count to Melanie Roselle.
Well, she didn't get her to chase, but she did line up that edge of the corner on the outside. See if she can go back to that and maybe get her to chase or force a ground out to maybe the third baseman or the shortstop.
1-2 on its way from Carroll to Roselle, and Roselle swings and misses for strike 3. Strikeout number 2 for Conley. Out number 2 in the top half of the second for the Lady Hillbillies. 2
outs to go for Logan, and now that's going to bring up Markham and see what she can do in this inning.
Trista Markham, the center fielder for the Hillbillies, right-hand hitting center fielder, takes a pitch out of the zone. 1-0 the count to Markham. Again, if you're just joining us, top of the second, no score between Man and Logan. Pitch up and in, backs Markham off the plate. 2-0 the count.
Almost a little bit of sweet chin music right there for Markham. Thank God she was wearing the helmet. See if Props is trying to go on the inside of her, getting her to swing.
Pitch on its way, swung on, and it will hit. It will hit Markham in the box. Kind of a delay call from the home plate umpire. Nevertheless, a foul ball, as the ball did come up and hit Markham while she was still in the box. 2-1 the count.
2-1 the count. Let's see if Conley can finish it off here.
Pitch on the outside corner for a called strike, and count evens up at 2-2. And Conley one strike away from picking up her third strikeout of the evening, and one strike away from retiring the Hillbillies in order. And that pitch low in the dirt, and the count runs full.
Count runs full now, and see if Conley can finish off this full count. Now, I'd go back maybe on those low inside game and try to get her get that bottom corner to see if you can get her to freeze right here. And if you're Markham, just try to see if you can connect with the ball to stay alive against this Logan pitcher, Shay Conley.
Conley will look at the wristband. She has the pitch that she wants. That pitch right at the letters. A called third strike. Strikeout number 3 for Conley. Out number 3 in the top of the second. Nothing doing for the Hillbillies in the top half of the second inning. 1.5 innings in the books from Beor Field. We remain scoreless, Man and Logan. This is Logan High School softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to B. Orfield, bottom of the second inning. Logan and Mann scoreless as very quickly Miley Aggins leads off for the Logan Lady Wildcats, and Morgan Cooper makes quick work of her, retiring her on 3 strikes for her 4th strikeout. 3 swinging strikes on Aggins. Now Isabella Props, the batter, and first attempt from Props is bunted foul along third base side. 0-1 to count, and the Props swings and misses. 0-2.
0-2, and Morgan Cooper is working fast. She has struck out her last 4 batters and see if she can continue it with 5 in a row.
0-2 on the way, and the pitch is swung on and fouled out of play, and along first base side, count remains 0-2.
That might be the first actual contact that left far behind the plate for Logan, as Props is trying to be the first hitter for Logan to get a hit against this stud, the lady stud of Morgan Cooper of the Lady Billies.
0-2 on the way, swung on and hit off the glove of Jacqueline Barnett, and that'll be an infield single for Props as she does a nice little piece of 2-out hitting there, gets a bat on the ball and hits a line drive that Barnett tried to snag. Unfortunately, Barnett is able to knock it down, but it kicks away from her. It's a 1-out single.
1-out single. Props with the 0-2 count. Looks like Morgan Cooper was going to fly through her first 5 batters. Props gets one off of the deflection of Barnett. So now maybe that will spark momentum with Mullins coming to the plate for the Lady Wildcats to spark this rally for the Wildcats.
If Barnett's playing a step to her left, it's an easy line out. But as she was protecting the line and protecting against the bunt, that Props was able to get enough of it to where Barnett couldn't come up with it on the catch. So Emily Mullins, the batter, the catcher, and she swings and misses at the first pitch and swings and misses at the second one. 0-2 quickly the count to Mullins.
Yeah, Mullins 0-2 count, but the catcher for the Lady Billies, Jackson, is looking down at first to see if she can pick off the Props at first.
0-1 on its way, swung on a miss by Mullins, and that's strikeout number 5 for Cooper, out number 2 for the Logan Lady Wildcats in the bottom half of the second inning of a scoreless contest.
Now that brings up to the plate Addie Brumfield for the Lady Wildcats to see if she can move Props over to second, or maybe a pass ball here can move Props over to second. So right now, if you're Addie Brumfield, you just want to get contact with the ball and get on base.
And Brumfield will be hit by the pitch, or did it hit the bat? Brumfield's not making any movement. I think that maybe hit the bottom of the bat and then kicked back to the fence. So it's a foul ball. 0-1 to count.
0-1 to count. Right, that was a little bit of confusion there, but we play on.
Brumfield shows bunt, pulls back, takes a ball. 1-1 to count. She was getting a running head start and to try to slap that one, and I guess the motion of the bat must have got a little bit of the ball, because it looked like maybe it might have hit her forearm, but nevertheless, home plate umpire says it's a foul ball. So 1-1 on its way is taken for a called strike, as again Brumfield shows bunt, pulls back, and Props will steal second as nobody covered the bag for the Lady Hillbillies. 1-2 count, runner in scoring position for Logan, 2 outs, bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, Props took advantage of it, and now they're going to see what they can do here.
1-2 on the way, and Brumfield shows bunt and is unable to pull back, and that'll be strikeout number 6 for Morgan Cooper, who sets the Wildcats down, but she does give up a 1-out single in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base for Logan. 2 innings in the books from B. Orfield. Mann and Logan scoreless. This is Logan High School softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to Beor Field, Logan, West Virginia. Logan High School softball on WVOW. Moved to the top of the third inning. Man Logan scoreless. And Zoe Jackson, the leadoff hitter for the Man High School Lady Hillbillies, behind in the count 1-2 as Shay Conley has a sign and works quickly in that pitch outside. 2-2 now the count to Jackson.
Shay Conley with a 2-2 count to Jackson. Jackson, her first two pitches, just missed on the swing and then foul out. See if Conley can finish this batter and have the dangerous top of the lineup for the Billies coming up. And she would need this out, most important now, to start this third inning.
2-2 on its way outside. 3-2 now the count as Jackson fell behind 0-2. Now she's come back to work the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jackson, Blevins, Klein, 9-1-2 in the man lineup. 3-2 on its way. Swung on a miss, strike 3. And that's strikeout number 4 for Shay Conley. She has struck out the last 3.
Yeah, that is a huge strikeout to start this inning. They already got 1 out in the books, and now that brings up Blevins back up for the Lady Billies, their leadoff hitter, and to see if Conley can finish her on this order.
Blevins takes a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to count. Blevins 0 for 1. She grounded out back in the first inning. No score. Man and Logan, top of the third, 1 out. 0-1 on its way. Is in the dirt and kicks off with the leg of the catcher, Emily Mullins. 1-1 to count.
1-1 to count right now. And if you're thinking of Shay Conley, got to know what Blevins loves to swing. You want to go maybe on the low pitches and get her to try to swing, but maybe might get some high near the numbers.
1-1 on its way, swung on and laced into right field for a base hit, or right center field for a base hit quickly as Taylor No, the center fielder, over to cut it off to hold Blevins to a single, 1 out, and the batter, Kinley Klein, coming up, and Klein is the best bunter on the team for the Man High School Lady Hillbillies. She's in the number 2 spot for a reason, but in a game like this, and the bat that Morgan Cooper has, and 1 out, we'll have to elect to see if Coach Randy Epperly gives Klein the bunt sign and in turns open first base up for a potential walk to Cooper. So 0-1 on its way, and Klein does show bunt, pulls back, takes her a ball. 1-0 the count.
1-0 the count, and she's doing like what you said, trying to lay down that bunt, move the runner over, and that'll bring up Morgan Cooper. But if you're just Logan, you've got to be able to be aware on the defense and try to get the lead runner if possible.
Pitch on its way up high, 2-0. Now the count to Kinley Klein. And Conley having a little bit of trouble pitching to Klein here as she squares the bunt. And she squares again and gets it down. Beautiful bunt back between first and second. There's a bobble, but throw not in time as Klein is able to beat it out. A little bit of a misconfusion between the first baseman Prosp and the pitcher Conley. And by the time Prosp was able to field it, she really didn't have a play at first. And now the Hillbillies with runners on first and second, Daniel, and 1 away.
That's just miscommunication there by Props and Conley. Now that's going to bring up the dangerous Morgan Cooper. And right now, if you're Logan, double play is in effect to see if you could just force Cooper to maybe ground out and force a double play here.
Pitch on its way inside for a called strike at the letters. Beautiful pitch by Conley to freeze Cooper on first offering. 0-1 the count. Runners at first and second for the Hillbillies. Scoreless game. Top of the third. Pitch on its way up high. 1-1 now the count.
1-1 the count, and you got to think if you're Morgan Cooper, just put the barrel to the barrel to the ball, and try to move over those runners as much as you can. Get them in scoring position.
1-1, 1 out. Third inning. Pitch on its way, and Cooper swings and sends a fly ball into left field. It's hit well, but Harley Quick is able to track it down and make the catch just shy of the warning track in left field. 2 away for the Hillbillies in the third.
Good chase down by Quick, the left fielder. She was able to track that down that throw. She got it back in fast as possible to keep Blevins from moving up from second to third. And now that's going to bring up Barnett. And if her last bat, she struck out. So let's see if Conley can strike out this side with 2 runners on.
Pitch on the way, low in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 the count. And you got to, tip the hat to Shay Conley to hit that spot perfectly, get Cooper to chase him. Morgan Cooper didn't try to do too much with it. She took it where it was pitched and unfortunately just missed it. And for Conley, it was a fly out to retire Cooper as Barnett swings and misses at the 1-0 offering. 1-1 to count.
And see if Conley can go back with an off-speed pitch down in the bottom corner to get that swinging.
Swung on and hit up the middle. Base hit. Taylor No has it, and Randy Epperly's going to have to hold Kylie Blevins at third as No comes up gunning and delivers a strike to the plate. Ball was hit too hard in a situation like that to score anybody from second base. So the Hillbillies have the bases loaded in the third hit of the inning and fourth hit of this contest. And now Maddie Carroll, the shortstop, comes up. She's one of three left-handed hitters in this Man High School lineup. Pitch on its way, and Carroll will take a pitch inside for a ball. 1-0 the count to Carroll, who is 0 for 1. Grounded out back in the first inning. Man, the base is loaded here, looking to strike first. Pitch on its way, swung on and fouled off of Carroll in the box. Count remains, or the count evens up at 1-1, I should say.
Yeah, well, I want to go back to that center fielder, Taylor. Now, she did a great job throwing that ball in and keeping Blevins at second. Now, if Conley can get this strikeout here and get out of this jam, Logan was be going in good situation going into the bottom of the third.
1-1 pitch on the way, and it's a floater that gets over the catcher, but doesn't kick too far away for Blevins to score from third. So 2-1 the count. Kylie Blevins, the runner at third base. Kinley Klein, the runner at second, and Jacqueline Barnett, the runner at first. Bases full of Hillbillies. Top of the third, 2 outs. 2-1 count. Pitch from Conley to Carroll. Here it comes, and Carroll swings and sends one into the gap. It's going to be off the fence, and 2 runs are going to motor home as Maddie Carroll has a 2-run single, and she'll take second on the throw. She'll take second on the throw to third as Jacqueline Barnett slides ahead of the tag of Taylor No.
Yeah, good contact by Carroll. She just a few more feet in the air, she would have got that one out. And now, man, takes an early 2-0 lead in the top of the third. And the momentum is now shifting to the Man Hillbillies. So that's going to bring up Peyton Lusk to the plate. As her last at-bat, she grounded out to the first baseman.
Lusk 0 for 1, ground out in that second inning. 2-0 man leads. Top of the third inning, 2 outs. Pitch on its way. Lusk swing and misses on a pitch in the dirt.
Yeah, just a low pitch. Couldn't do anything about it. She kept it clean. And now let's see if Conley just don't let that rattle her and get this second out for Logan.
0-1 on its way. Ball in the dirt. 1-1 to count to Peyton Lusk, the first baseman for the Man High School Lady Hillbillies.
If you're Conley, you just got to keep your nerves in and just keep them at bay.
1-1 on its way outside. 2-1 now the count. As Lusk is the 7th batter to come to the plate in this third inning for the Lady Hillbillies. They have 2 runs across. They lead 2-0. 2-1 on its way, and off-speed pitch in there for a called strike. Daniel, that pitch froze Lusk.
That froze Lusk, and that even froze me because I thought that pitch was going to drop way before it reached the plate, but it just barely got across the plate. And if she can do that again, she could probably get out of this jam that she has Logan. Just got to get her confidence back.
2-2, 2 outs. Pitch is up in the zone. The home plate umpire wanted to pull the trigger on the strike, but it was just above the letters. 3-2 now the count.
It's one of those pitches where like, well, do I go one way or the other? And he just had to make a call, and he called ball. Didn't favor Logan's ways to see if Conley can get this strikeout.
Full count offering on the way, and it's a called third strike right down the heart of the plate, and that'll retire the side for the Hillbillies. But man does some damage in the top half of the third inning. They play 2 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2 runners on base. 2.5 innings in the books from Beor Field. It's man 2, Logan 0. This is Logan High School softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to Beor Field, Logan, West Virginia. We move to the bottom of the third inning. Man leads Logan 2-0 as McKenna Uten in a 1-2 hole will take a pitch up and out of the zone. 2-2 the count to Uten. Her first plate appearance, 8-9-1 for the Wildcats. Uten, Ashlyn Brumfield, and back to the top of the lineup. Then Taylor No. 2-2 pitch on its way and swung on and missed by Uten. Daniel strikeout number 7 for Cooper.
7 out of the 6 out of the 7 batters, or 8 batters, excuse me, 7 out of the 8 batters that Morgan Cooper has faced in this Logan lineup, they've all been strikeouts. The one hit that they got was props back in the second inning. Can Cooper finish out the deal here and get out number 2?
Ashlyn Brumfield, the batter, takes a called strike, 0-1 to count. And you mentioned the 7 strikeouts. All of the outs recorded by Cooper have came by the strikeout. 6 of the 7 strikeouts of the swinging variety, and very quickly, Brumfield in the hole, 0-2.
0-2 count. Morgan Cooper's just mowing through this lineup for Logan. Let's see what Ashlyn Brumfield could do here, see if she can get on base.
And Brumfield swings and misses the pitch out of the zone, strike 3. That is strikeout number 8, strikeout swinging number 7 of the 8, and 2 away. We're back to the top of the lineup. And Taylor No, who struck out swinging her first at bat, but Daniel, she had a very good at bat. She was able to put the bat on the ball. Now Logan has got one look at Cooper. Let's see if they can make the adjustments second time around the lineup as No tries to get a running start out of the box and takes a ball. High, 1-0 the count.
Yeah, we're in the bottom of the third, and everybody has already got to see of Morgan Cooper and see what Taylor No can do.
Pitch on its way. Cooper gets a run start, fouls it off along first base side. We saw Man make the adjustments in the top half of the third inning when the top of the lineup rolled around for the second time against Shea Conley, and they were able to stretch across 2 runs on 4 hits. And 1-1 on its way, No swings and hits one back up in the center field. It'll be a single. So Taylor No with the slap hit in the center field as Tristan Markham gets the ball back in to the shortstop, Maddie Carroll. So 2 outs, runner on first. We'll see if the Wildcats elect to start the runner No, who is very quick.
Yeah, she is the center fielder, and that has to be your fastest position to cover most majority of the ground and see what she can do on base, and that's going to bring up Curry.
Shortstop Lacey Curry as No gets a start. She'll have second stolen easily as the ball pops in and out of the mitt of Zoe Jackson. So 0-1 to count to Curry, but a runner in scoring position for Logan as they try to cut into this lead. Wildcats trail 2-0, bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, umpire called time. I guess No had to fix something in her uniform. But right now, that's what you needed, a base hit off of Morgan Cooper, and see if Curry can move her over and get No in scoring position.
Curry swings and misses, 0-2 in the count now. Curry 0 for 1, strikeout swinging in the first inning, and Cooper is 1 strike away from recording her 9th strikeout and retiring the Wildcats in this third inning. Pitch on its way is a called strike off the mitt of Zoe Jackson. She'll come up. She'll have No play at first, and Taylor No alertly will score on the pass ball, and Curry is heading over to third, and luckily the left fielder, Kaylee Hicks, was backing up the throw, or Daniel, that would have turned into a Little League home run.
That would have turned into a Little League home run. Heads up play by No. She struck out, but she was, by Curry, she struck out. She was able to take first, and No, just awareness. No one was covering the plate. That's supposed to be the pitcher that's supposed to come up and cover the plate. She didn't, and No took advantage, scored off of just a wild pitch by Cooper, got away from the catcher, and then Curry awareness, takes third, and now Logan's got a runner in scoring position at third.
Strikeout pass ball. It is strikeout number 9 for Cooper, and the batter Harley Quick with the tying run at third base. Taylor No comes all the way around to score on the throw to first, and Logan now trails 2-1 as Harley Quick fouls a pitch out of play. 0-1 to count. Pitch up and away. 1-1 to count.
1-1 to count, and if you're Logan right here, just a base hit could make this a brand new ball game. Getting into this lead 2-1 to the Hillbillies.
1-1 on its way and pitch inside. 2-1 now to count. And you can hear that Logan dugout picking up a little bit of momentum, and you can hear them chirping down there in the dugout, encouraging Harley Quick and trying to rattle Cooper. 2-1, 2 outs, pitch on its way, swing and a miss, strike 2, and it's 2-2, and the ball gets away from Cooper. Throw from Jackson to Cooper was wide, but there's the shortstop, Matty Carroll, backing up the play. So 2 very good heads-up play by the Hillbillies as that pitch is swung on, popped up along third base line, and it will reach the seats.
Yeah,
2-2 remains the count.
Yeah, luckily on that last throwback from the catcher that the shortstop was there to be able to awareness and keep that ball from going. If not, Curry's coming home and we got a tie ball game. But you have to give credit to Morgan Cooper. 9 strikeouts on the day. She's closing in on her 10th, and she's just mowing through the competition. Just a wild play that just happened. That's out of her zone, like just her hands just gave Logan the 1 run that they need.
2-2 on the way, swung on and hit, looping foul just inside the foul line, and Logan has tied it on the RBI single by Harley Quick. And brand new ball game.
Yep, we got a brand new ball game. Harley Quick saw the pitch from Morgan Cooper, put it right where the first base line was, dropped in, and now that's going to bring up the dangerous freshman, Miley Atkins, who has a tendency to hit one out of this park at this field.
Pitch on its way, and Atkins trying to do just that. Swings and misses. 0-1 to count as Quick was able to drop that pitch just inside the right field line for a single to tie it at 2. Pitch on the inside corner, 0-2 now the count as Atkins takes the pitch all the way. And Cooper 1 strike away as that ball gets away from her again. And now Coach Curry will call time and talk to Miley Atkins to settle her down. And Daniel, this timeout is more than likely to tell Atkins to quit trying to kill the ball, take something off the swing. Just meet it. Cooper's throwing hard enough. If you make contact, the ball will travel.
Yeah, Cooper is throwing the ball hard, and you got to give credit to the coaching of Levi Curry. He saw Miley Atkins being flustered, swinging and missing her first pitch. Second miss, she didn't swing. It was inside. So now let's see if this talk will calm her down.
See if Cooper comes back with a fastball. Instead, she'll change her up, and that pitch just missed. 1-2 now the count.
Yeah, 1-2 the count. Man fans didn't like that. Morgan Cooper, they think they may have got her, but let's see what she can do on this pitch.
1-2 on the way, swung on a miss. That's strikeout number 10. But for the Logan Wildcats, they plate 2 runs. In the bottom of the 3rd inning on 2 hits, they leave 1 runner on base. 3 innings in the books from Logan, West Virginia. Your score, Man 2, Logan 2. This is Logan High School softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to B. Orr Field. We move to the top of the fourth inning. Man 2, Logan 2. Logan High School softball on WVOW. And Melanie Roselle, the batter, head in the count 2-1. Swings and misses at a 2-1 offering. Count even at 2-2. Bill Lusk with you. Daniel Miller, our color analyst. Hunter Gibson, our studio engineer, back in WVOW studios as we move to the top of the fourth, and Roselle takes a pitch low and away, 3-2. Now the count to the leadoff batter, Melanie Roselle, Trista Markham, Zoe Jackson, 7, 8, 9 in the Lady Hillbilly lineup. 3-2 from Conley to Roselle on the way, and a swung on a miss. Strikeout number 6 for Shay Conley.
Well, I was going to mention before Roselle got up to bat is can man shake off that second inning where they had Logan on the ropes. Logan was able to score 2 runs, and now getting with Markham, see if she can continue this hot streak that was in the second inning from man.
Markham struck out looking her first time up, 0 for 1 on the inning. Her second plate appearance, swings and misses on a pitch out of the zone, 0-1 to count to the right-handed hitting catcher, or right-handed hitting center fielder, Trista Markham. 0-1 from Conley on the way and swung on and fouled off the screen to the right. 0-2 the count.
0-2 the count. She got contact on that one, and see if she can just get the barrel. She's got the barrel on the ball. Now she can keep it in play and get over to extend this inning with Jackson coming up after this, and then going back to the top of the lineup.
0-2 in the dirt, and Markham just avoids it. So 1-2 now the count as over across, directly across from us, Roger E. Gertz Field. Logan and Winfield just about ready to begin in about 15 minutes as Markham fouls that pitch away. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, looking over at Roger E. Gertz Field, they're getting ready to get taking place in a high anticipated matchup between Logan and Winfield, a potential regional matchup. But seeing last night Sissonville, you never know who's coming out of that region.
Kind of a late arriving crowd for this battle. See a lot of empty seats on both sides there. So I don't know if maybe a little bit of the weather, the cooler temperatures have scared some people off. But that pitch on the inside corner just nearly hits Markham, but it catches the inside part of the plate, and Conley has her 7th strikeout.
Yeah, strikeout freezing. Markham thought that was inside ball, but umpire says no. She caught the corner. So strikeout number 2 in this innings. Can Conley finish it off with Jackson at the plate?
Zoe Jackson 0 for 1, strikeout swinging back in the 3rd inning, and she'll take a pitch high now. The zone 1-0 the count.
Yeah, Zoe Jackson struck out her last at bat in the 2nd inning. Can Conley finish it here and get Logan the momentum back into the dugout and to bring up the hot bats for the Wildcats?
Pitch in the dirt, 2-0 now the count to Jackson. And, man, with Kylie Blevins, the leadoff hitter in the on-deck circle, she started the 2-run rally for the Hillbillies in last inning as Jackson swings and fouls that one onto the Little League field off to the right side, 2-1 to count.
Well, when I was saying the hot bats of Logan, they've only had 2 hits, but their runs come on errors, but they come in clutch when they needed them for the Wildcats. Right now, man, they look a little bit jittered after that 2nd inning. Can they keep 3rd inning? Can they keep this momentum going?
Pitch inside for a called strike, 2-2 now the count to the catcher, Zoe Jackson. And Daniel, we mentioned about the team that makes the mistake. I mean, in the top half of the 3rd inning, there was a little communication error between first baseman and pitcher that kind of led to that 2-run inning as Kinley Klein was laying down a bunt to simply move the runner up, but the communication error allowed Klein to reach safely with the infield single, and then Mann was able to plate 2 runs 3 batters later on the Maddie Carroll RBI double. Full count now is ball 4, and Zoe Jackson draws a walk, and that is the 2nd walk issued by Conley.
Yeah, and that's how both really Logan and Mann's rallies have started, is just communication errors. Communication by the pitcher and first baseman, and this one was just a little bit of communication by the catcher. She didn't know whether to get it to complete the throw or make a throw over, and it caused an error throw, and now both teams capitalize on it with hits that drove in runs. So now that Mann's got a runner on first with the top of the lineup, Blevins into the batter's box. Can she keeps this lineup going? Because like you said, she got that hit. after Jackson struck out in the second inning to start this rally for Man.
Blevins swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1 the count, as Man will employ a courtesy runner for the catcher, Zoe Jackson, and that will be Brayley Thompson, the courtesy runner at first base. Thompson, the brother of Bo Thompson, Man High School pitcher, as Blevins swings and fouls the pitch off, 0-2 to count.
Family affairs for the Man Hillbillies. You got athletes, they run deep down in Man, and you can tell from the female side and the male side, the tree does not fall away down at Man High School.
0-2 on the way as the pitch out is on 1-2 the count. Also, note, Daniel, that Brayley and Bo Thompson happen to be my cousins on my mother's side. So, a lot of blood, as you mentioned. So 1-2 on the way, swung on a miss by Blevins, and that's strikeout number 8. And the Hillbillies are retired in the top half of the fourth inning. No runs, no hits. One runner left on base. 3.5 innings complete from B. Orr Field in Logan, West Virginia. Your score: Man 2, Logan 2. This is Logan High School softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to B. Orr Field, Logan, West Virginia, as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning very quickly. Isabella Prost retired on 2 pitches as she pops up a bunt to the third baseman, Jacqueline Barnett, for the first out.
Yeah, now we got a new batter into the lineup for Logan. Kaylee Coleman is going to come in and hit in the 6th spot where Emily Mullins is.
So Kaylee Coleman, the left-handed hitter, will bat for the catcher, Emily Mullins, and see if she can start a one-out rally here for the Wildcats. She shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike on the outside corner.
This might be a strategic play for Levi Curry. Mullins is the speed, one of the speed players for Logan, and see if she can use her speed to get on base with Brumfield coming up the plate.
Swung or pitch. She shows bunt and pulls back. 1-1 to count. Coleman was lucky to pull that back. Now, next pitch swung on, popped up, and it's going to stay up long enough for Cooper to make the play. So 2 outs on pop-ups, off of bunt attempts, and Addison Brumfield, right fielder, 0 for 1 on the evening, will bat.
Yeah, back-to-back pop-ups on the bunt. That's just not what you want for Logan. And now let's bring up Addie Brumfield her last at bat, she went down swinging on strikes. Can she get a hit off of Cooper and try to keep this a little bit of momentum going for Logan that they got back in the second inning?
Pitch outside for a ball, 1-0 the count as Brumfield tries to get a running start in the box and will try to slap at it, but she takes a ball. 1-0 the count. Brumfield again, slap attempt, fouled off the screen just in front of us in our broadcast positioning here in front of the press box, 1-1 count.
Yeah, thank God there's a cage here. If not, I'd be jumping out of my seat. That's always dangerous when a foul ball comes right back at you. But Brumfield here is just trying to get that slap down and force that third baseman to maybe play up too far where she can't corral it easy and get over on first easy.
1-1 the count, pitch on the way, swung on and lined right by the third baseman, Jacqueline Barnett, and that'll be a 2-out single for Addison Brumfield. Hit number 4 for the Logan Wildcats, and the batter is McKenna Ooten.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. She was trying to bring her up a little bit more, get her out of her spot, trying to play down the bunt and slap it, and she slapped it right down third base line. Third baseman for the Man Hillbillies, Barnett, was not able to corral it, and now it's going to bring up Ooten as her last appearance at the plate. She went down swinging in the third inning.
Ooten squares the bunt, and that one will be caught by the catcher. And Daniel, I don't know if you realized it until just now, but those are the first 3 putouts recorded by the Hillbillies that resulted in other than strikeouts. So nothing doing for the Wildcats in the bottom of the 4th inning. They get a hit but leave a runner on base. 4 innings in the books from B. Orr Field. Man 2, Logan 2. This is Logan High School Softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to B. Orr Field. We move to the top of the 5th inning, 2-2, Man and Logan. Logan High School softball action on WVOW, and Kinley Klein, the leadoff batter for the Hillbillies, is ahead in the count 3-1. Now she'll take a pitch on the outside corner, 3-2 the count.
Yeah,
Klein, Cooper, Barnett, 2, 3, 4 in the Man High School lineup. And this is where the Hillbillies did the damage back in the 3rd inning. As 3-2 on its way, and swung on and fouled by Klein. Count remains 3-2.
Yeah, sorry, before I almost interrupt you, this is the important, we were talking about in the break, this is the important out, because if you can get it out here on Klein, then you can probably pitch around the dangerous hitter of Cooper and maybe work around this lineup. These are the heavy hitters of the lineup for Man, so an out here would be important for Logan.
Pitch on the way, swung on, ground ball to Ooten. First at second base, she'll field and throw over props at second. 1 away in the home half, or in the top half of the fifth inning, I should say, for the Man High School Hillbillies, and that brings up Morgan Cooper, 0 for 1, flew out to left field, back in the third inning, and walked back in the first inning. Daniel, you mentioned that. Man, 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. Logan coming up 9-1-2. So this fifth inning important for both teams as Cooper swings and pops that one up shallow in the left field. Here comes the left fielder, Harley Quick, on the run to make a catch, and very quickly, 2 away.
I like the pun there. Quickly, Harley Quick got that second out, and Morgan Cooper just got just a little bit underneath that ball. If she had got a little bit more above where the center of the ball is, she would have probably sent that one out of here. But Logan gets the 2 important outs to start this inning. See if they can keep this up going into the bottom of the fifth.
Barnett up, and she swings and pops one up in the shallow. Well, I don't want to say shallow center field because the center fielder, Taylor No, comes running all the way in from center field. Shortstop nor second base moved. I'm going to guess that No called him off, but that ball was hit so shallow that No was on the dirt behind the second base bag and is unable to come up with the play.
That one is just a little bit of a communication there. No was calling everybody off, saying she can get it, and it just dropped out of her glove. And I don't know. I don't know, Bill. Would you rule that an error? I would a little bit. I mean, that's just a little bit of me going into with that decision.
The first pitch to Maddie Carroll is a ball in the dirt. Carroll had a 2-run double off the left center field fence back in the third inning, narrowly missing a grand slam. And back to your point, I guarantee you if I ask Taylor No after the game, she'll say she should have made that catch. So, I mean, she did come a long way to run. It is kind of a difficult decision, but I would say that the Logan coaching staff probably ruled it an error, and I'd say the man coaching staff did as well.
Yeah, now Cooper, Conley's down 2-0 in the count. Can she just get this third out of this Hillbilly lineup?
That pitch swung on and fouled at the plate, and if that wasn't a foul ball, Jacqueline Barnett would have been able to advance to second base, as Carroll is able to fight that pitch off. So Barnett's hit scored an error as Hillbillies now try to get a runner in scoring position as Carroll takes a pitch inside. 3-1 the count to Maddie Carroll, 1 for 2 with a 2-run single back in the third inning.
Bill, if you can look over at the Logan baseball field, Winfield and Logan's get ready to tip off or pitch off or whatever.
First pitch coming up near for the Winfield and Logan contest as Daniel's talking about it, as Maddie Carroll hits a ground ball to Prosp, who will field and throw to McKenna Uten covering at the bag at first base. So no damage done on the error, and Hillbillies leave a runner on base. 4.5 innings complete from B. Orr Field. We remain tied, Man and Logan, at 2. This is WVOW, or Logan High School Softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to B. Field. We moved to the bottom of the fifth inning. Man and Logan tied at 2, and Lauren Agans, a pitch hitter, batting in the 9 spot for Ashlyn Brumfield, behind in the count 0-2 after showing bunt, and coming up empty on both bunt attempts. Now she takes the ball in the dirt, 1-2. And Daniel, you've got to like what Logan's doing here, coming up with the bottom of the lineup up. They've got a mixture of bunters, some slappers, some speed as Agans swings and misses, and that is strikeout number 11 for Morgan Cooper.
Yeah, that's you had to love what's coming up for Logan with who got Logan on that rally with a base hit to start this to cut it back into this game. Strikeout there from Atkins, but now No's back up and see if Logan can get a little spark here against his Billy team.
No swings and fouls one down the left field line, out of play off the netting along the left field fence, as No trying to get on base for the second time this evening. She's 1 for 2. Single, stole base, and came around to score on the error back in on the pass ball of a strikeout, as that one swung on and hit back up the middle and into center field. And Taylor No has her second hit as she rounds first, takes a look at second, but she'll return back to the bag. And now the Wildcats with a 1-out runner here in the bottom of the fifth.
And this is what you need for Logan. Get the base runners on base. Keep them there. Now you're going to bring up Lacey Curry, who struck out her last at bat, but she was able to advance due to a pass. Couldn't complete the strikeout. Let's see what she can do here against Morgan Cooper.
Curry swings and misses first pitch. 0-1 the count. Curry 0 for 2. She has 2 strikeouts, but she reached on a pass ball, advanced all the way to third on the throwing error by the catcher Jackson, and then came in to score on Harley Quick's double, as that pitch swung on, bunted. A good play by Jacqueline Barnett, who was charging all the way, and Kinley Klein gets over and covers the bag at first base in time. So it's a 5-4 put out. Moving up to second on the play is Taylor No, and a very good job by Barnett to get it over to Klein quickly, and alertly Klein takes a look at third and looks at the runner and keeps No at second base.
Yeah, Harley Quick comes up, and she got that fair ball to drop past the first base, right around the first base line to score Logan's second run. Can she come in clutch and give Logan its first lead of the contest against this Lady Hillbillies team? And they're going to actually intentionally walk Harley Quick, which is, in my opinion, would be smart after what she did the last time up at bat.
Well, when you consider that you got Miley Agans in the on-deck circle, and she will be the batter. Miley 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Daniel, we've seen Miley come up in situations in both plate attempts. She's not trying to meet the ball, she's trying to kill it. As that pitch pops in and out of the mid to Jackson, and the runners will move up to second and third on the pass ball. So Logan, with runners in scoring position, chance to take the lead.
Yeah, now that runners are in scoring position, Miley Atkins got coaching from her coach, telling her to don't lay off those high ones.
As Agans takes a healthy rip and comes up short on that one, 1-1 to count. And Daniel, yet again, we've seen Agans in this plate attempt. It's her third attempt. She's taking healthy rips, trying to kill it, but make no contact. That one swung on and hit into center field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes a second run, and the play is not going to be in time as the tag from Jackson is late. It's a 2-run single, and Logan has a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, what a spark by Miley Atkins, the freshman, coming in clutch with a 2 RBI single, and that tag at first, it was just a little bit of off target on the tag. It was right there for the pick, and she just missed the tag, and she was able to get between the tag of the legs and touch the home plate, and that gives Logan a 4-2 advantage with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. What clutch hitting by the young freshman Miley Atkins, who was 0 for 2 today, and she finally gets the big hit that she wants. It's not a home run, but it's the hit that she's been wanting.
Well, she gets the big hit because she took something off the swing, just met the ball, made contact, and was able to put it in play and found a hole and produced 2 runs to give Logan a 4-2 lead. As Isabella Props takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to count.
0-1 to count. Now see if Logan can keep this up.
Bunt attempt lands foul. 0-2 the count to Props. She is 1 for 2. Single and a stolen base back in the second, and a fly out on a bunt attempt back in the fourth. As you can see, Logan putting the pressure on this Hillbilly defense by putting the ball in play. Cooper, 11 strikeouts, man, a little relaxed as that pitch is swung on and missed. That's strikeout number 12, but damage done in the bottom half of the 5th inning as Logan plates 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave a runner on base. We've played 5 at B. Orr Field in Logan, West Virginia. Wildcats lead the Hillbillies 4-2. This is Logan High School softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to B. Orr Field. We move to the top of the 6th inning. 4-2. Logan leads man. High school softball on WVOW. And the batter, Peyton Lusk, in an 0-2 hole, but fighting off pitches and fouling them off to the right side as Lusk looks to get on in this man half of the 6th inning and try to start a 2-out rally. Logan with 4 unanswered runs after man took a 2-0 lead in the 3rd inning. Wildcats now have a 4-2 lead. And the pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. Count remains 0-2.
Count remains 0-2 right now. And Logan, the momentum, four runs in a row over man. Can they keep this up? And this is the lineup that you want to get your outs to where we turn over to 9-1-2 going into the 7th inning for man. So if you're Conley, your focus is on getting these outs and getting man back out on that field.
0-2 from Conley Lusk on its way, and it's swung on, hit into center field, hit well. That ball is out of here, just over the next level sign in right center field, and Peyton Lusk, the freshman, comes through with a home run, and man is down 4-3.
Yeah, that's a beautiful home run for Lusk. She comes in clutch hitting there, and now she's cut into this lead. That's what I said. You needed those outs. Peyton Lusk comes in clutch for man, and she scores for the Hillbillies as now they trail by 1 run, and that ball was gone. It bounced into the concrete and into the high school field. I want to know if they actually were aware.
They have retrieved the ball now, and I'm sure her father is over there. Chad Lusk will get that ball again. Chad Lusk, a all-state linebacker and all-state baseball player for the Man High School Hillbillies, a guy that I happen to graduate with and play with. And interesting note about Chad, when we were seniors, we went up against a Weir High School team that had Quincy Wilson, the Kennedy Award winner for the Weir Red Riders. And Quincy, Daniel has been quoted as saying that, when they asked him when he came to West Virginia, they asked him, he said, "What's the hardest that you've ever been hit in the game?" And Quincy Wilson made sure that he said, we was playing Man West Virginia, and said they had a linebacker by the name of Chad Lusk, and he said, "Nobody's ever hit me that hard in my life." And, that's just the kind of player that Chad was. He was a hard-hitting linebacker. Fortunately, he fought through some injuries, but you know what? He played through them, unlike some of the players would nowadays. They would, get hurt and look for any excuse out. But, Chad played through them. I mean, he played one game with a broken hand and had a rubber cast on his hand. I mean, that thing looked like a club. But, just some fun memories. And, we're Jason Davis is up here in the booth with us. Jason coached football at Man, and I'm sure he knows a lot about Chad as a linebacker as well. And top of the first inning over at Winfield, the Generals, 2 runs on the board early. As we get a pitching change into the contest. That's why we got a little bit of a delay here. Pitching change for the Wildcats. It will be the freshman Miley Atkins, who was the designated player in position for the flex, in the flex position of Shay Conley. Atkins will now go into the lineup, and there will just simply be no flex position in this contest, as Atkins will remain in the third spot in the fourth spot of the Wildcat lineup. So she takes over for Shay Conley, with Melanie Roselle coming up to the plate for the Lady Hillbillies.
Yeah, and when you was talking about Quincy Wilson, I had the privilege of working with Quincy Wilson over at West Virginia State in the 2021 season. It was a 2021 football season. It was a privilege to work alongside with one of the greatest running backs ever to come out of this state. And I have so many stories of Quincy, but I don't have enough time on this broadcast to get with them.
First pitch from Atkins to Carroll is low in the dirt, 1-0 the count.
Yeah, it looks like Man's got a new, or is that Roselle?
It's still Roselle up at the plate as she swings and fouls one off to the right side. And very little movement in that third base coaching box by Randy Epperly, as that ball looked like it was heading right at him. But, Coach Epperly, he's been around this game a lot. He very rarely moves over there in that third base coaching box.
He's seen it all. He's done it all. Nothing phases him anymore.
Pitch on the way, outside corner, ball, as it just misses the corner. 2-1 the count.
It just misses there. But right now, Man's got some spark. Right now, Logan's just looking for that first out.
That pitch, same location, and misses the corner again. 3-1 the count. And Daniel, Atkins has got a little bit of zip on that fastball. You got to think if that ball's moving just a little too quickly for the umpire to get a look at it, as Roselle will take ball 4 inside.
Yeah, she takes a ball inside. Miley Atkins is just a freshman. She came up clutch with her hitting her last outing at the plate. Now can she come up here in the pitching circle? And right now, momentum is shifting back to Man, and see if they can get this first out of this crucial 6th inning.
The batter, Tristan Markham, bunt attempt is. She shows bunt, pulls back, fails to get it back. Catcher has trouble with it, and moving up to second base is Melanie Roselle, as she slid in to the shortstop, Lacey Curry. Lacey Curry tried to apply the tag, but the slide knocked the ball loose. Curry was unable to field it cleanly. She was still bobbling it, and Roselle is able to reach base on the delayed steal. I don't know if you would call it a delayed steal or a pass ball, but again, Markham shows bunt and fouls that one off. 0-2 now the count, and now we have time as Curry shook up on the play. She got slid into there, and Coach Levi Curry's looking at her panel. Actually, she got I don't know if she's got cut or part of her pants got ripped. She's looking at her pants are ripped
Her
on
pants
the slide.
are ripped all the way through.
She got spiked on the play. I mean, unintentionally. There was nothing intentional about the slide. It was a good, clean slide. And you're a baseball player. You're taught to go in hard and slide. And it really wasn't that hard of a slide by Roselle. It was just Curry was in the wrong place at the wrong time as the ball beat the runner in plenty of time. Again, just like we saw in the bottom half of the inning, the throw from center field that allowed Logan to score a run. The throw beat the runner. So that pitch is in the dirt, and it gets by the catcher. So that'll be a wild pitch. The ball was in the dirt, and Markham pulled the bat back. So now Mann has a tying run at third base after the wild pitch with nobody out.
Yeah, now everything you could ask that went right for Logan did in that last part of the inning, and now everything that's going wrong for Logan is in this part of the inning. Can Logan get that first out on the board, and they get another strike on the board.
The count is 1-2, so apparently there must not have been a pitch. Apparently before Markham showed bunt on the 0-1 offering, time was granted because of Curry's issue out at short. Now that's strike 3 as Markham is caught looking.
Yeah, now you got one out, and you got your 9-hole hitter, Jackson, coming to the plate. If you can get this second out, going back with Blevins in the top of the lineup, maybe if you can get Blevins out, you might be in good shape going into the 7th inning.
Pitch on the way outside for a ball, 1-0 the count. And these are pressure-packed situations, but Coach Levi Curry is not afraid to throw his freshman into the fire here of a one-run game and a tying run on third base with one out. 1-0 the count to Jackson. Pitch catches the outside corner. 1-1 the count.
1-1 the count right now. And if you're Logan, just got to, for the freshman, got to be able to calm your nerves. Just you got one out. Can you get your second out and moving forward to that third out?
Pitch on the way outside. 2-1 the count. And if you're man, if you're Zoe Jackson, you just want to get something on the right side and let it be deep enough to where the runner can come in to score from third or get a fly ball deep enough to score a run. You probably don't want to hit it to center field. So 2-1 the count. That pitch swung on, and they've got a runner caught between third and home. Good job by Miley Atkins to snag that comeback attempt and then throw home to Emily Mullins, who applies the tag on Roselle to keep this a 4-3 ball game.
Yeah, beautiful, smart up play by Miley Atkins to catch that ball and have awareness. She saw the runner coming off of the third base, kind of trying to come home. She ran her down and threw over to the catcher for Logan. That is Emily Mullins, and Emily Mullins was able to make the tag and get that big second out to Roselle and keep this Man Hillbillies team the score 4-3.
So that's another mistake by this Man team. This is the first mistake that they've had on the base path, and the second one that they had was the drop third strike that resulted in a run for the Wildcats and allowed Curry to advance the throw as the drop third strike eventually turned into a throwing error, and then Quick dropped a single down the right field line to tie the game at 2. So we're in the 6th inning, 4-3. Logan has the lead, and Kylie Blevins up at the plate, swings and misses at the pitch, 0-1 to count.
And right now, if you're Miley Atkins, your focus is get Blevins out, get her out, and get the team back in, get the bats back up to the plate for Logan with a 4-3 lead over the Man Hillbillies going into the bottom of the 6th.
0-1 from Atkins on the way to Blevins, and it's outside for a ball, 1-1 to count.
And Bill, if we can, we'll try to get a scoring update from Winfield and Logan happening right across from us if we can.
1-1 on the way. Blevins swings and misses. 1-2 the count. Kylie Blevins, as the freshman, is one strike away from coming in and getting out of a jam. She came in, she had a runner at third base with nobody out. Pitch on the way, swung on, little dribbler hit to third. That's Brumfield. Fields and throws over in time to retire the side. Actually, that's Brumfield. Ashlyn Brumfield on the play to throw it over to Pross for the final out. But the Hillbillies get a run on the home run Off the bat of Peyton Lusk, they leave a runner on base. 5.5 innings in the books from Beor Field. Logan leads man 4-3. This is Logan High School Baseball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to Beor Field on the campus of Logan High School. And we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, 4-3. Logan leads man. High school softball here on WVOW. And quickly, 1 out away as Morgan Cooper retires Emily Mullins on 3 pitches. And Daniel, she got her to chase 3 rise balls.
Yep, got her to chase 3 rise balls and see if Morgan can try to finish this one out here. And we got a score update over at Roger E. Gertz Field. Winfield leads Logan 5-0 in the bottom of the first.
Logan with a runner on second base, as we can see out there. So, I'm sure that's not going to be the last of the scoring there. It could turn out to be a slow pitch softball game as Wildcats trying to move runners up, and they will do so. And they have a runner in scoring position there as the batter is Addison Brumfield, and she's quickly behind in the count 0-2 as she fouled the first pitch back, shows bunt on the second attempt, and is unable to pull the bat back. Again, Cooper with that rise ball ahead in the count 0-2. We'll see if Brumfield can lay off of it, and that one is on the outside part of the plate, and Brumfield's able to foul it off and keep the count at 0-2.
Well, if you're looking back at this for Addie Brumfield, she was able to get a slap hit right down third base line. Her last appearance, can she mimic what she did back in the last part of the inning?
0-2 on the way, swung on, knocked down by Barnett. A good play, but she won't have a play at first as Brumfield, who bats left, was able to get a good jump out of the box, but nevertheless, a good job by Barnett to prevent a double off the bat of Brumfield. So Brumfield has her second hit of the contest. It is a 1-out single, and now McKenna Ooten's up at the plate, and we'll see if Ooten is able to lay down a bunt here, or she'll take a pitch as it's a ball up high in the zone, and Brumfield's able to get back to first base.
And right now, that's smart for Ooten. She's laying off those rise balls, but how about Addie Brumfield? Same thing she did back in the other inning.
Pitch outside, may have caught a little bit of a plate, but the catcher was sitting inside and had to reach across the plate, so it's a ball, 2-0 the count.
Yeah, and Addie Brumfield did that back in the 4th inning. Now Ooten with the 2-0 count. Can she get on base and move Brumfield over to second?
Pitch on the outside corner, called strike this time as the catcher sets up over the heart of the plate and is able to make that catch and keep the ball in the zone. Good job by Zoe Jackson to frame that pitch. 2-1 to count. Pitch on the way, and it's up and away. 3-1 now to count.
3-1 count for McKenna Uten. Can she come in clutch, get on base by either a walk or a hit? If I'm her, I'd probably be taken because Morgan Cooper might be going back to that rise ball to try to get her to swing for her second strike.
3-1 to count. Pitch on the way is right down the heart of the plate, taken for a called strike. 3-2 now the count to McKenna Uten.
Well, now McKenna Uten is facing a full count. Can she just make contact with this ball and stay alive against Cooper, who has really done a good job mowing through the competition for Logan?
3-2-1 out. Pitch on the way, fouled off. Count remains 3-2 to McKenna Uten. 0-for-2 on the evening. Strikeout back in the third inning and fouled out to the catcher in the fourth inning on a bunt attempt.
And that one, Morgan Cooper kind of went back for the rise ball. But if you're thinking of McKenna Uten, just get on base.
Pitch on the way, swung on a miss. That's strikeout number 14 for Morgan Cooper. And 2 away here in the bottom of the sixth inning with Logan leading man 4-3.
And now that brings up number 7 for the Wildcats.
It will be Ashlyn Brumfield, who re-entered into the contest after Lauren Aggins pitched hit for her back in the fifth inning. Aggins was a strikeout victim. And Brumfield 0-for-1. She struck out in her only plate appearance in the third. That one ground ball to short. And Roselle will field it and throw over to Lusk for the final out of the sixth inning, retiring the Wildcats. No runs on one hit, one runner left on base for Logan in the bottom half of the sixth inning. We've played 6 innings in the books. Logan leads man 4-3. Can the Lady Wildcats close it out and pick up a signature win on the year? Find out after this. This is Logan High School softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to B. Orr Field, top of the seventh inning. 4-3, Logan leads, and Kinley Klein leads off with a single in the center field, a bloop single, her third hit of the evening. Klein 3-for-4 on the evening. Now Morgan Cooper at the plate takes a pitch outside, 1-0 the count, and that pitch just missed off the outside corner. 2-0 the count to Cooper. 2-3-4 in the Hillbilly lineup. Klein, who just reached with the single, Cooper and Barnett. Last call for the Hillbillies. They need at least one to tie as that pitch is grounded back to the pitcher, and it will be a force out a second as Atkins is able to throw to Curry to retire Kenley Klein at second base, get the lead runner. That's the important out. And Cooper is safe on the fielder's choice. 1-6 on the put out.
Yeah, that was a smart play by the freshman Atkins to get over and get it to Curry to get that first out at second base. Now they get a courtesy runner coming in for the Lady Billies.
Kalila Collins, the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Cooper.
That first pitch goes swinging for number 15, Barnett. And right now, if you're Logan, you got one out on the board. You got a runner on first. Can you just focus in on this batter and get the second out and get in good shape with 2 outs?
0-1 to Barnett, swung on and missed, and looked like a little off-speed pitch there. 0-2 now the count to Barnett. And Logan with one out, or a man with one out here in the top of the 7th inning, trailing 4-3. Pitch on the way, swung on a miss. There's strike 3. That's a second strikeout for Atkins, and the Hillbillies are down to their final out. And it will be Maddie Carroll, who had a 2-run double just off the left center field fence, just missed a grand slam by inches back in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, right now, this is probably the biggest bat you're going to see from Miley Atkins. Can she get this out and get the win for Logan?
Carroll swings and hits a line drive at third, but in time is Brumfield. She's able to knock it down and fire over to first for the final out. And the Logan Lady Wildcats defeat the Man Lady Hillbillies 4-3 and pick up win number 5 on the season. Myself and Daniel will be back to recap how Logan was able to defeat Man tonight. 4-3 final. Logan wins it. This is Logan High School softball on WBOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Welcome back to Beor Field on the campus of Logan High School, Logan, West Virginia, where the Logan Lady Wildcats come away victorious tonight over the Man Lady Hillbillies 4-3 in a very exciting contest, Daniel. And, we were talking into the break about this win for Logan, how it's a signature win for one. It's a signature win because it's a win over a ranked opponent. It's a win over a county rival. And, but more importantly, this, more than anything, was what you could call a team win, a team building win, a character win, because Logan was down 2-0 and could have very easily quit, but they scratched, they clawed, and they found a way to get 4 runs across while holding the Hillbillies to 3.
Yeah, this is a very big signature win for Logan right here early on in this season. Like you said, this is your county rival, and this is a ranked Man Hillbillies team who's always competing very well at the end of the season in softball. And Levi Curry coached his girls up to this victory. Like you said, they were down 2-0, and everything was going right for Man. But Logan kept fighting back and capitalized on Man's mistakes. That's where the team effort comes in. They were able to be aware. Now, Logan's made mistakes in this game, and Man capitalized on them, but really, it's all the team effort from Logan is the reason why they have this win today over Man. And you got to give credits to Man. Morgan Cooper, absolutely a machine on the mound in the circle with 14 strikeouts. But right now, if you really look at it, Taylor No, when it came in clutch, she was 2 for 3 with 2 singles. She was one of the big sparks that helped the team get the victory for Logan against this Man Hillbillies team. And if you're Levi Curry, with your schedule coming up, you got to be happy where you're sitting. And now that you're going in 5-2 now on this season, Man suffers their first loss of the year. This can be momentum builder to facing teams like Scott, Chapmanville, Herbert Hoover, Winfield, Nitro, all these good teams that you're going to see later on down in the season. And this could build for the remainder of the season for the Wildcats. So very big quality win and signature win for Levi Curry early on in this young season.
Well, you mentioned it, Taylor No. This offense starts and is centered around Taylor No. When Taylor No gets on base, this offense clicks for the Logan Wildcats. She struck out her first at bat in the first inning. Logan did nothing. In fact, Logan had 1 hit through 2 2/3 inning. No came up in the 3rd inning with 2 outs, was able to get on base and then steal second. She came around to score on the pass ball on a drop 3rd strike. That should have been the 3rd out of the inning, but the inning continued, and No scored. There was a throwing error that allowed Curry to reach 3rd base after the drop 3rd strike, and Harley Quick came up and was able to get a 2-2 pitch. She fought off a couple pitches, and then she got a 2-2 pitch on the outside corner. Didn't try to do much with it. She went where it was. He took it out to the corner and dropped it just inside the right field line for a game-tying single. And then Miley Aggins. We talked about Miley, and her first 2 at-bats, she came up, was swinging with everything in her, trying to hit a 500-foot home run, and she got ahead in the count 1-0, and then her next swing, she tried the same thing, but on the 1-0, the 1-1 pitch, Miley took something off her swing and was able to get a single to center that scored 2 runs that proved to be the game-winning hit.
Yeah, and we talk about Miley Atkins. We praise Miley Atkins right now, and Bill, she's only a freshman. That's scary. That is very scary. That is scary. She's a good-looking freshman too. She's got the size to be a monster hitter for a softball player, and she's just going to get better and better as this season goes on. She's the future of this. I don't want to give her too much praise, but she is the future of this Wildcats program, and she's on pace right now. She's already hit 1 home run. It was a monster home run that actually landed in the baseball field against Pikeville. She's already on to a great start to her young high school career, and what she did today was absolutely phenomenal if you want to think about it. She came up, she struck out her first 2 at-bats, but then she was able to settle down. She got the hit that she needed, and she tied up the game. And she gave Logan the 4-2 lead off of her hit, and then she came into this pitcher circle and she finished out the job there. But you also have to give credit to the starting pitcher for Logan, Shay Conley. She was able to keep this hot bat lineup in check and to keep the Billies from not being able to. She only gave up 1 home run, and that's when they pulled her and put in Miley Atkins. But before that, she really came in clutch, and that Shay Conley when she needed to, and she actually did a great job here.
What? She made 2 outstanding plays and got us out of the inning there, besides her being pitching on the mound.
Okay.
Mugged it.
Oh yeah. They also come up with 2 outs and stuff, and that was for Logan, and it's just been beautiful, well-round coaching for Levi Curry with the staff he's having, the players as he's worked with. This is right now, this win for Logan, you couldn't have asked for a much better win for Logan, and it all starts with the head coach and Curry coming in but coaching these girls up and getting them to believe that, hey, we can get there. We can get to regionals. We can get to I think South Charleston's where now the softball state tournament is. It used to be held in Parkersburg. Now they moved it to South Charleston, which adds a beautiful facility down there for softball tournaments. And it's just what you needed for Logan. And right now they're just hitting in the right way, and you couldn't be more proud for Logan right now getting a big signature victory over Man.
Well, you mentioned, let's go back. Let's talk more. Let's talk more about Miley Atkins. She's the one that may have came up with some good plays. She came in in the 6th inning after Shea Conley gave up the home run to Peyton Lusk. She took over. She issued a walk and to Melanie Roselle. Roselle would advance to third base.
They did.
She got Markham struck out looking, and then Atkins comes up with one of her 2 defensive plays on the evening. As with the runner at third base, Zoe Jackson is at the plate. She hits a ball back to Atkins, who is able to range to her right side, snag the ball, get the runner in a rundown, and tag her out at the plate to keep this a 4-3 ball game. In the 7th inning, with a runner on first, Morgan Cooper hits a hard ball back up the middle, and if Atkins doesn't field that ball, that's probably in the center field for a single. Man has runners on first and second with nobody out, but she's able to field it, and the alertness of mind to go to second to retire Kinley Klein for the first out and keep this a 1-run game and leave a runner at first base instead of second base. She did the rightful thing. Instead of going to first base, she knew she had plenty enough time to turn and get the lead runner at second base. Otherwise, Man would have had a runner at second base, and who knows how that inning would turn out.
Yeah, that's again, I do apologize for the pause. I was trying to get word in and thinking of what Miley Atkins did. But those 2 key plays right there from Miley Atkins, the freshman. Again, freshman. I'm going to say that a lot every time I see her. Freshman. She made senior moves as a freshman. Got the tag out at home plate. She got the awareness to throw to the catcher, to Emily Mullins, to make that tag to get the out. And then she made the awareness to, instead of throwing the first, take the lead runner at second, and it was able to set up for the Logan win against Man Hillbillies. And Bill, if this is what Logan is going to field for the remainder of the season, guys, you got to be excited to watch Logan softball now as they're heading in the right direction. But don't turn, even though Man lost his game, do not count them out. Do not even turn off their television set yet every time they're going to be live. This Man Hillbillies team is so deep and so talented that if they get out of their section, they're going to give Wahama, the powerhouse Wahama White Falcons, a good 3-series game in regionals, and I'm probably going to bank on it. Probably the winner of that region could end up taking the title. That's just how confident I am, but that is a potential powerhouse matchup. So even though Man came away with the loss, don't count them out. They were in this game. They had the lead in this game. They were dominant. It's just Logan made the team plays when it mattered to get and seal the win for the Lady Wildcats.
I think one thing that worked for Logan's side coming into this game, they had already played 6 games. They'd been their 2 losses were to Scott 4-1 and Pikeville, Kentucky 3-2 in heartbreaking fashion, where the winning run scored on a wild pitch in the bottom of the 7th inning. Man had played just 2 games coming into here, so Logan has had an opportunity to get in a little bit of the rhythm, get some things going. Man, They haven't played since last Thursday when they won in 9 innings at Sherman. And, before the game, I was down in the dugout talking to both coaches, and Coach Randy Epperly mentioned that, said, he couldn't wait for the weather to warm up to where they can get in a rhythm and start playing 3, 4, 5 games in a row, because, they do have an opportunity here. They're back in action tomorrow at home against Buffalo Putnam. But after that, they may be the last game, because the weather forecast is not looking too promising for Friday, and they're supposed to take on a Nicholas County club in the nightcap over at Chapmanville in a big Chapmanville event that the Lady Tigers are having. Man and Nicholas County will play right at 9 a.m., and then Man will turn around and play Saturday morning against George Washington, who is ranked, they were ranked the 4th in the Class AAA poll, and they will take on James Monroe, who I don't believe is ranked in the Class A poll. In fact, they are not ranked. But, a chance for Man to get in a little bit of the rhythm, but then spring break hits, and Hillbillies have no game scheduled during the spring break. So, opportunity for them to possibly get 3, 4, maybe even 5 games in before the end of the week, and get a little bit of a rhythm, rest up a little bit, enjoy the spring break, and then get back into the grind of things when they come right back on April 10th. They play Chapmanville in a game that we'll have on WVOW. Logan's next contest will be Friday at Nitro, and Wildcats have some games scheduled over spring break, and they'll look to continue the momentum. Nitro's not going to be an easy team. That's a team that's a tough opponent, and year in and year out, they compete every year in Class AA, and they compete in that section as well. But final stat line tonight for the victorious Logan Wildcats: 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 5 runners left on base. For the Man High School Hillbillies, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 8 runners left on base. Your winning pitcher for the Logan Wildcats, Shay Conley, she went 5 innings, gave up 3 earned runs on 6 hits, walked 2, struck out 7. Good job in the circle by Shay Aggins. Morgan Cooper, as well, she pitched, and it's just tough luck loss for Cooper, who pitched 6 innings, allowed 4 runs. 2 of those 4 were earned. She gave up 7 hits, struck out 14 batters in the contest. So 14 of the 18 outs that Cooper recorded came by the strikeout. The save goes to the freshman Molly Aggins. She pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 2. Peyton Lusk had a home run for the Man High School Lady Hillbillies. And again, Hillbillies will be in action tomorrow at home against the Bison of Buffalo Putnam. Logan in action on Friday at Nitro. Final thoughts, Daniel?
Well, both teams are very well advertised and very well balanced in hitting, fielding, and pitching. I've seen great pitches from Morgan Cooper. I've seen great pitches from Shay Conley and Miley Atkins. Both teams are going to go. I have the feeling if these teams can stay this consistent all season, they're going to go far in sectional play and maybe in regional play. That's just how talented they are. They're led in the right direction by both of their head coaches, Levi Curley and Randy Epplin. This is going to be a very well-balanced teams for Logan and Man. And Bill, this is Logan and Man. We still have yet to get eyes on the Chapmanville Lady Tigers softball team, so we don't know how well they're balanced out. And I know they always have a great team down in Chapmanville. So it's going to be fun watching Logan County softball with Man, Chapmanville, and Logan, as we got a JV game contest coming up after this varsity game. But I'm excited for it, and I can't wait to watch more softball this season, Bill.
Well, we'll get a look at Chapmanville Monday when Wyoming East comes to town. That's a 5:30 start. But until then, our next broadcast of high school athletics will be tomorrow evening as sectional rivals meet for the first time this season as Scott and Logan, 2 teams that are ranked in the latest Metro News baseball power poll. The Skyhawks ranked 6th in Class AA, while Logan, the 2-time reigning Class AA state champions, holds down the top spot in the Class AA rankings. Pre-game will start at 6:50 with first pitch scheduled for 7 p.m. from Logan's Roger E. Gertz Field, and you can listen to all the action on WVOW Radio 101.9 FM and on the radio, WVOWradio.com and LoganWildcats.tv. That'll wrap up our broadcast from B. Orr Field tonight, where once again, Logan defeats Man by a final score of 4-3. For our studio engineer Hunter Gibson back in the WVOW studios, and for Daniel Miller, I'm Bill Lusk, and we hope you've enjoyed this broadcast of Logan High School softball on WVOW, and hope you'll tune in tomorrow night for high school baseball when Logan hosts sectional rival Scott. Thank you to listening to Logan High School softball on WVOW, Logan, West Virginia's premier sports station. Good night, everyone, and safe travels